Viswanath. Back so soon from your vacation.
Oh, I didn't end up going. The hotel I was supposed to be staying in was fully occupied and they didn't have a room for me.
Ah, it's a pity you didn't stay at a Hilbert Hotel.
Hilbert Hotel? That's a new chain. I've never heard of that before.
It's a hotel that's always full, and yet they always have room for one more guest.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. But wait, how is that even possible?
You see, a Hilbert Hotel is no ordinary hotel.
You mean it's more than a 5-star hotel, a 10-star hotel maybe?
No, not like that. A Hilbert Hotel has infinitely many rooms.
Infinitely many rooms? I've heard of hotels with 1,000 rooms maybe, but infinitely many? That's amazing.
A Hilbert Hotel has infinitely many rooms and they are all always occupied. It's very popular with tourists.
But didn't you say that they always have room for new bookings?
Exactly. That's the really amazing thing about Hilbert Hotels.
So how do they do that? If I went to a Hilbert Hotel and asked for a room, where would they put me up? In some secret attic or something?
No, they just put you in room number 1.
Room number 1? But isn't there someone already in room number 1?
Yeah, well, they'll ask them to move to room number 2.
Ah, that's not going to work. There's already someone in room number 2, right?
Well, they'll ask them to move to room number 3.
Ah, now I see. Very clever. Very tedious, but very clever indeed.
Here's the Hilbert Hotel and it's already completely full. And you come in, they give you room number 1. The person in room number 1, what happens? Well, that person is moved to room number 2. The person in room number 2 is moved to room number 3. The person in room number 3 is moved to room number 4, and so on. So you see, you have a room and so does everybody else in the hotel.
So what happens to the one who's in room number n? He is now given room number n plus 1.
Exactly.
Wow. I wonder why my vacation hotel couldn't have used the same strategy.
Well, they couldn't because your hotel was a finite hotel. It wasn't a Hilbert Hotel, right? So the person in the last room would be removed from their room and they would have no room to go to.
Ah, I see. So I think next time when I go on a vacation, I'm only going to places which have Hilbert hotels in them.
They'll always have a room for you, but you're not going to get much sleep.
Okay, now what if 3 tourists came in and asked for 3 rooms?
Very simple. Let me show you. So 3 tourists come in. So what you do is, you give them rooms 1, 2 and 3. And you move the people in rooms 1, 2 and 3 to rooms 4, 5 and 6. You move the people in rooms 4, 5 and 6 to the rooms 7, 8 and 9. You continue this, right? So the people in rooms come into rooms 16, 17, 18 come into 19, 20, 21. The ones in 19, 20, 21 go to the rooms 22, 23, 24 and so on. So the person in room number n goes to room number n plus 3, therefore freeing up the first 3 rooms for the 3 new guests.
Ah, I see. Okay. So I suppose the same thing can be done if say 10 tourists came in and asked for 10 rooms or 100 tourists came in and asked for 100 rooms.
Exactly. You just move, if 100 tourists came in, you would just move the person in room number n to room number n plus 100.
Wow. They seem to have thought of all eventualities in the Hilbert Hotel.
In fact, there was a time when there was a minor fire in a Hilbert Hotel and they had to evacuate the whole hotel. And they accommodated all the guests in another nearby Hilbert Hotel.
You mean all the infinitely many guests who were in the first hotel?
Yeah, and in fact, the other hotel, being a Hilbert Hotel, was completely full.
And so how do they find space for these infinitely many of them? I mean 10 or 100 I can understand, you told me how to do that, but infinitely many?
Well, what they did is they moved the person in room number n to room number 2n. So the person room number 1 was moved to room number 2, the person room number 2 was moved to room number 4, and the person in room number 3 was moved to room number 6.
Okay.
So all the people who were already in the hotel were moved to even number rooms.
So all the odd numbered rooms are now empty then?
All the odd numbered rooms are empty, and the people, there are infinitely many such rooms, and so all the people in the other Hilbert Hotel could now be accommodated in this Hilbert Hotel.
Oh wow, amazing.
The Hilbert Hotel was conceived in 1924 by the German mathematician David Hilbert as a thought experiment to illustrate the properties of infinity. It might seem paradoxical to you that a hotel that is always full still has room for 1, 2, or even infinitely many more guests. When we study set theory, we will see that this is no paradox at all, but an essential property of infinity.